since I am with a very low creative mood now, because I'm in lack of ideas for some new ASMR videos, I thought today to make a list with 30, yes, I think 30, 20, I think they're 30. Less known facts, random facts, call them as you want. And maybe this will make you sleep better, better. Of course, I put my clothes because I like very much I enjoy the trigger with the latex gloves. By the way, please make some requests in the comment. Some new types maybe of ASMR subjects or anything that you want to see on my channel. I'm very open to this. So let's start with the list. And this one. By the way, what do you prefer? Soft spoken like this or whispering? Which is your favorite trigger? Alright, octopus intelligence. Very interesting, right? Everybody knows that octopuses possess some kind of intriguing intelligence. Well, some less known facts is that the octopus have 3 hearts. 3 hearts, yes, and they have blue bloods. The color of the blood is blue. I didn't know that an octopus has 3 hearts. And some says that octopus are so intelligent that can even solve puzzles. Well, that's something very wow. How can an octopus solve a puzzle? Well, that's a fact. Maybe it's true. Right, this one is the I'm just preparing now the second fact. This one's the first with the octopus and the second one is with because it's a random one. Fungi network. Beneath the earth, underground fungi network, or mycelium, from vast network. They make a network that can span even thousands of acres, connecting through tree plants and facilitating nutrient exchange between the plants. Nice. The Mother Nature, it's astonishing and impresses us in each way possible. Okay, now the next one. So this was the second. Just well, eternal flame. It seems that is an eternal flame located in Chestnut Ridge Park, New York. Wow. The legend says that this eternal flame has been burning since 1869. Maybe if you are a New Yorker, you can confirm that. Yes, an eternal flame Mm, let's go to Hawaii. Hawaii. Mauna Loa. Mauna Loa, Hawaii. Well, that's a volcano in Hawaii, and it's considered in terms of volume and cover an area the largest on Earth. Mauna Loa, Hawaii. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, okay. Now we are going to travel to Australia, to meet the kangaroos. Very interesting creatures and very nice and cute. But do you know that the kangaroos, they clean up their pouches with their tongue to keep up from free dirt and debris? Well, that's something natural, right? So, now let's travel to South Pole, or maybe the Arctic size, North Pole South. The Arctic tern holds the record for the longest migration of any animal. Longest migration of any animal. Because it's traveling around 71,000 kilometers each year for its breeding grounds in the Arctic to its wintering grounds in Antarctica. What kind of birds? Many of them, maybe. Well, not only the octopus are very smart, also the sea otters. Sea otter. They can use tools, for example, the otter, the sea otter. They're using the stones or rocks to break shellfishes. Very clever. This is a sign of intelligence. 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 Right. So there's my bone, and this is alright. Next. Let's see. The Great Basin Bristlecone pine. Bristlecone pine. It's found in Nevada and California. Can live up to 5,000 years, making it the oldest living organism. So, bristlecone pine. So more than an olive tree, because an olive tree also can live more than 2,000 years. Okay, next fact. I don't know which one is this, but when I finish the list, I will end the video, of course. So, what about? But do you know that Earth is covered in 70% of the atmosphere's Earth is made of oxygen. But you may think that most of the oxygen is produced by the plants on the land, but no. Most 70% of Earth's oxygen, it's from marine plants. So if I know the fraction is that oxygen is only like 10% of Earth's atmosphere, the others are, or 20%, I don't know, if I remember correctly, and the others is it's nitrogen or azote. 70%, 20 and 10% are other rare gases. But 70% of the Earth's entire oxygen is made of marine plants rather than terrestrial ones. Very interesting. I thought that most of the oxygen is produced by the forests and the trees from the land. Next, it's related to the space chunks. Space chunks, you know, space chunks. Because they are over, well, that's a sum, it's approximately 500,000 pieces of space debris orbiting the Earth. Well, if that's not enough, try to imagine that these kind of pieces of debris are traveling with up to 28,000 kilometers per hour or 17,000 miles per hour, and they are up there in the space. That's why they are called debris or space chunks. Well, how the hell they can remove that? Because I think it's impossible right now. So there are more than 500,000 pieces. Okay, now travel to Egypt. In specifically the location, it's Alexandria, the city of Alexandria, which is on the shore, on the coast of Mediterranean Sea. Very beautiful city. Well, Alexandria, the famous city in antiquity, lies partially underwater. Yes, due to the rising sea levels. If you search on Google, well, at least this is what I found, it's that in the sea, in the coastline of Alexandria, you can see underwater a lot of pieces and old reminiscence of archaeological sites. So that's a proof that 1,000 years ago, the sea level was much below, less than now. Okay, this one, the next one, it's interesting. It's nuclear football. Well, that's not something related to playing football with a nuclear ball. It's the name of a briefcase. The nuclear football is the name of the briefcase carried by the United States President, containing the codes and protocols necessary to launch a nuclear strike. My question is, why they pick up such a name, nuclear football? What's the relations? Okay, maybe someone from the army can give me an explanation. So below in the comments, I encourage you to leave some comments, right? Okay, let's head back to Antarctica. Blood falls in Antarctica, yes. Well, it seems that there are waterfalls in Antarctica. It's a waterfall that appears like a bleed to the rich iron water emerging from beneath of a glacier. Right. So, and now some inaudible whispers because I know that you like those tingles and these ones. Good zoomies. Alright, wait, is the next, but you know those very cute little creatures called koala bears. They're very nice, small, and they're living in Australia. Well, actually, those primarily are those animals, the koala. They are primarily eating only eucalyptus leaves. But here it's the interesting part, because only koala are eating the eucalyptus leaf. Mostly the eucalyptus leaves are very toxic to the other animals due to the high concentration of essential oil. But it seems that doesn't affect the metabolism of koala bear, so that's why I think they're tasty, because koala are eating toxic eucalyptus leaves. Well, what a weird creature, the koala bear. It's called bear. It's from the bear family. Right, some of them, of the facts are funny. So next it's about bamboo. Well, bamboo can grow up in 91 centimeters in a single day. That's incredible. So a bamboo tree, it's not a tree, but let's say bush or whatever. I don't know if it's considered a tree or a bush. So a bamboo tree can grow up 91 centimeters in one single day, but under some conditions, ideal conditions, I don't know which are the nature of the ground, the soil, and the atmosphere outside. It will be meant to be wet, I don't know, but I think this is a record. Try to imagine that you plant a tree of bamboo or a bush of bamboo, and in the morning and the second day you will see that it's 91 centimeters growth in the next day. Wow. Go next. Whispering. Inaudible whispers, right? Incredible sense of shock. Well, not only dolphins are detecting electrical fields produced by other animals, also the sharks are detecting fields energy produced by other animals using their special organs called ampulle of Lorenzini. Right. But we're gonna stay underwater because the next fact is related to another big creature at the sea. It's the whale. singing, of course. Each population of humpback whale, humpback humpback whale, has its own unique song, which evolves over time. And this kind of songs, it's made up for communications. It's like using the codes, it's like we're using the transmission codes between us, but the whales are doing in their own manner, and we call it singing. Whales are singing, the humpback whales. Okay, this is a special species of whales that are doing that, but it's different from each population. Very cool fact, right? Interesting one. Cool. I'm feeling smarter over by reading and preparing these types of random facts, let's say. Alright, now time to switch to geography. Why not geography? We are going in a very heavenly place. It's the Maldives archipelago. Well, it's a sad fact. Some of the islands from the Maldives archipelagos are disappearing due to the rising levels of the sea, which is caused by the climate change. Wow, that's not good. Okay. Let's travel outer space to Jupiter. You know that Jupiter is very interesting planet, the biggest in our solar system, but it has a red spot on it that makes it particularly interesting. And that red spot, well, that's a storm. It's not the color of the ground, it's the color of a storm. And that storm, it's raging for at least 400 years. 400 years. My God. I don't know how it lasts, but every picture of Jupiter is with that red spot on it, which I believe that it's the color of the ground color or something else. I don't know. I didn't step on Jupiter to see if it's true, but I believe the researchers and astronauts. Okay, now let's travel an exotic place. Exotic place in Honduras, Central America. In Euro, I think it's a place in Honduras. There is an annual event. Lluvia de peces, or rain of fish, where the fishes rain from the sky during the thunderstorms. Well, I think I can understand the phenomenon. So, the water level is rising due to the storms, and the fish is thrown outside on the land, and lluvia de peces in Spanish. Y podemos hablar en español en un video, porque yo hablo español un poco. Right, underwater rivers next. Beneath the seas and oceans, there are underwater rivers. Yes, sounds very odd. How the hell it can be a river down there underwater? But some of them are found in Mexico and Yucatan Peninsula, and this is because it's a delay between the fresh water and the salt water, and the fresh water, it's denser than the salt water. No, the fresh water flows through denser salt water. That's why forming some like a river beneath. In the Black Sea, it was found such type of river a few decades ago. So not only in New Mexico, also in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, also in the Black Sea. Wow. Oh, okay, so next, entering in the field of science, physics. Scientists believe that for every particle of matter, alright, so scientists believe that for every particle of matter or in the universe, there is a corresponding antiparticle or antimatter. But the antimatter, it's not very fully understood, but it's believed this is a theory. Yes, I believe that. Right, everybody likes coffee and likes chocolate. You know that the base of chocolate and coffee, it's the caffeine, a stimulant found. But that stimulant, it's taken from plants. But why the plants are producing caffeine? Well, not for our taste, for our enjoyment. No, the caffeine it's produced as a mechanism of defense against insects. So that means if I eat some chocolates or drink a coffee, the mosquitoes will not hurt me. That will be a very interesting. Interesting experiment. So yes, that's why the plants are producing, some of them, caffeine as a security measure against insects. Well, again, returning to the matter and science, it's believed that the dark matter, it's about 27% of our universe mass energy. But again, this is a theory because the dark matter's exact nature remains a mystery for the scientists. Okay. Do you know that in our ear lays the smallest bone in our entire It's called stapes bone and has just a few millimeters. Stapes bone. Just a few millimeters. And yes, it's a bone and it's part of our body, but it's the smallest bone. Stapes bone in our ear. Okay, now this one it's interesting because every time I wondered how the fishes, particularly dolphins, are sleeping. Well, here is an explanation. There is belief there is some patterns of the how the dolphins are resting or sleeping, and some birds because they can deactivate one of their hemisphere of the brain, allowing to remain partially alert with the other one while resting. So in fact they can rest each brain hemisphere at one time because they need to remain vigilant, right? Okay. That was a cool one, a very interesting one. And the last, but not the least in our list, the last and not the least in our list, sounds very odd. It's related to an ancient underground city. But this ancient underground city can accommodate 20,000 people complete, and this ancient underground city is located in Turkey, and it's named Derinkuyu, in Turkey. Well, that should be visited, but if it's underground, I hope maybe it's could be a tourist attraction, right? And by the way, this is a bonus fact because you know that under the Istanbul there lies a network of tunnels and underground buildings so tall that are up to 10 meters in tall, and it's a completely new city, and so most of them are filled also with canals and waters. Very interesting. You should visit Istanbul for that. So you can cross all the Istanbul from one side to another only through the underground tunnels and caves. Well, actually, we are at the end of this video. Well, maybe if you like this approach, by the way, I repeat myself because of the lack of my subjects in my mind today. I was not very creative today in terms of ASMR style. I invented this kind of subject to combine a free talk with some facts. Maybe if you like, you can post in the comments to see your opinion. And if you like, of course, I can repeat this kind of approach. And of course, because we are at the end, what can I say then? I wish you a very nice day wherever you are. And until next time, which will be tomorrow, by the way, tomorrow, I wish you all the best.